Monster High just released the character's new look in the upcoming Monster High animated series. I briefly talked about what I think on my Instagram, but there wasn't enough words, so here I am. Now, I know a lot of people are not happy because it's not exactly the same to how it used to be, and they made the characters too cute. But you need to bear in mind that the whole purpose of the old reboot was that doll sales were declining because the newer generations thought the ghouls were too scary. I remember my grandma absolutely hating my Monster High dolls because they were too creepy for her. So just imagine a regular old grandma wanting to buy a doll for her grandchild. She's more inclined to get a cute and colourful Barbie or Rainbow High doll, which is more the tone Monster High is shifting to. That being said, I think the new version of the ghouls still have their monster essence, just in a more modern, cute kind of way. When the Cleo doll got leaked, a lot of people were upset that they made her features too soft, making her not as fierce as she used to be. But honestly, this is not the case, and both her and Toralei look super fierce and will still embody their confident attitudes. Cleo Denal is described as a mummy monster who knows she is destined for greatness. If only everyone else would just admit it and get out of her way. This sounds just like the Cleo we know and love. Just looking at Cleo, she is still as regal as ever, looking more like royalty than she used to. It is a shame that she no longer has her gold hair strands, but her new dark blue hair makes a strong contrast to her light blue outfit, which looks great on her. The details on her outfit are incredible. She definitely has the most intricate design of all the ghouls, making her appear more special and royal. I love how they incorporated the Eye of Horus into her makeup, making her more mummy-like. And their lip tattoo is a really nice touch. Draculaura seems like the perfect dictionary definition of a monster, but she hides a deep desire to become a witch, which is strictly forbidden in the monster world. Now, a lot of people thought it didn't make sense for her to be into witchcraft, but in the origin story of Dracula, Prince Vlad was also interested in the mystic arts, which I'll talk more about in my monster origin video. I think it's hard to go wrong with Draculaura, as she is super cute in every form. I'm a fan of this new split hair look, as it mixes things up a bit and has become a popular look on people in general. I love her big sun hat, and I think it works well with her since she's a vampire. Maybe they could have added more black to her design to make her feel more like a gothic vampire, but other than that, she looks great. Claudine Wolf is half human and half werewolf, which is different to her originally being fully werewolf. She is thrilled to join Monster High, despite the challenge of being half monster in a school full of full monster students. I'm still not really feeling Claudine's new glasses, but everything about her is clawsome. I love the new two-toned purple hair, and hopefully it will be this curly in doll form. I love the details in her jewellery, and hopefully they'll find a better way to attach it onto the doll this time. I understand that they want to make her more wolf-like with the nose, but it does make her look a lot like an Enchantimal. After watching the Monster High movie trailer, I think they will be changing up her personality quite a lot, which is a shame because her feisty confidence was such a big part of who she was and was reflected really well into her outfits. Frankie Stein was brought to life just 15 days ago by their scientist parents. Frankie is figuring out who they are and who they want to be. I love the bright neon colours, which makes her character pop. I think the shaved head is super cool and makes for a bold look. This also suggests that we might not see Venus in the reboot, or she'll have a completely different look too. The eyebrow piercing is a really nice detail, but I wish they still included her neck bolts. For me, the doll version and animated version look shockingly different, the main part being her doll is grey. Does this mean that these dolls are just prototypes and they'll be improved? I hope so. Deus Gorgon is the son of Medusa and Lyra, which is different to him originally being half human. Deus is often influenced by the snakes that live on his head and gets him into trouble. I love Deus's new redesign. I think making him more snake-like with green skin and fangs was a great move to make. It makes him look so much more interesting. I'm so impressed with the scaly detail on his jacket, and they were able to recreate this well in doll form. I also love the cute addition of painted nails. It's also interesting that we can see his eyes through the glasses. I think this will make him more expressive and have much more of a personality than before. Heath Burns is described as being temperamental and passionate, as the son of Hades would be. Heath is quite literally a hothead who can get worked up over anything and is prone to fiery outbursts. I don't know why something is just a little off for me in his design. That being said, I appreciate how they've given him a different shaped head to Deus to add some variation to the characters. I always thought it was kind of funny how he's wearing a jumper, like you can't possibly tell me that he's ever cold. His jumper design is slightly simple, but maybe he has some really interesting trousers that haven't been revealed yet. Other than that, I think he'll still be the typical hothead that we're all familiar with. Headmistress Bloodgood is the headless overseer of the school. Headmistress Bloodgood has a proclivity for wandering around at night to keep an eye on the students, which is kind of creepy when you think about it. I'm happy that they've kept Headmistress Bloodgood's design very similar to the original. It's always been a fun touch that she's wearing a jockey uniform. I love the horseshoe details on her belt and collar, and I'm excited to see if we'll get a doll version of her too. Laguna Blue grew up in an ancient underwater Mayan castillo with her ocean nymph mother and sea monster father. Sweet yet ferocious, Laguna doesn't know much about life on land. Hopefully this means we get to see her big piranha teeth like we did in the Monster High movie trailer. Laguna is so cute and colourful. It makes sense that they've mixed her up a lot since Frankie is now so blue. The pearls and multicoloured hair are just amazing, and I love how big her fishy ears are. She is a completely different monster to the one we once knew, so I think it's unfair to keep comparing her to the original. This new character seems to be more cutesy and upbeat now that she no longer has Gil bringing her down all the time. I think they should have kept her blue skin at least, since pink has always been Draculaura's staple. Toralei Stripe is hailing from an elite monster family. Toralei is a werecat and the bad girl on Monster High. Old-fashioned and brave, Toralei is committed to her cause of preserving monster society. Toralei looks super fierce and her jacket is so awesome. I'm not sure the purples really match the red. I think they could have just used more red or yellow instead of the purple. I think Toralei will act most like how she did originally, which you can straight away tell by her mischievous smirk. Overall, I absolutely love their designs. They're so cute and almost all stay true to their character. Cleo and Toralei both look super fierce as you would expect. I know a lot of people were worried that they would make Cleo look too soft, but I don't think that is the case. I'm slightly worried that they're trying to over-girlify everything, especially in Laguna, but we'll see how the other characters look first. I don't think the doll images will be their final design, at least for the Cleo one, as she looks very different to the animation. If you look closely in her animation, she's wearing a blue pantsuit instead of a dress, and of course her skin is very different. It is also super weird if Frankie's doll was the final design, since her hair colour is different and her skin is grey for some reason. I do love how they've increased the diversity and they all look super unique. Some general information about the series. There's going to be 27 episodes, each about 20 minutes long, airing on Nickelodeon. And here's a list of the amazing cast, a lot of familiar faces, so I'm really excited. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. Please let me know what you think. Of course, it won't be the same as the original, so keep that in mind and don't be hateful. But yeah, please subscribe and like.